Tag is a new comedy film that is based off of the remarkably true story of this group of guys who for the last 30 years get together once every month to play tag. At first when I heard that was a true story, I was like, really? But nope, this was a true story. Apparently an article was published about it in the Wall Street Journal. I guess a filmmaker read about that story and decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a movie about it. So in this movie we have a group of 5 friends that's played by Ed Helms, Jeremy Renner, John Hamm, Hannibal Buress, and what's the other guy's name? Jake Johnson. Oh shit, he played that douchey principal in 21 Jump Street. I thought I recognized him from somewhere. I really like the way the movie opens up. You see Ed Helms, he somehow found a way to sneak into John Hamm's work, posing as a janitor. John Hamm is being interviewed by this Wall Street journalist for something about the company, and then Ed Helms barges in, he tags John Hamm, and now he's it. What I really love though, and what I thought was really clever that the movie did, is the journalist, she's wondering, okay, what the hell's going on? And the two of them, they explain what's going on, and she's so interested and so fascinated by this that rather than, interview John Hamm about his business, she decides to go on this journey with the two of them to learn more about this and create a story out of this big game of tag. It's kind of like the movie's trying to throw at us like, this is exactly how the Journal in Wall Street was made about these guys. So Ed Helms, John Hamm, they go out and they recruit Jake Johnson, they recruit Hannibal Buress, because this year is a very big year for tag. Because the 5th guy in this group, Jeremy Renner, is about to get married, and after he gets married, he has decided that he's going to retire from tag. And that's kind of a very big deal because Jeremy Renner, in the 30 years that they've all played tag since they were kids, Jeremy Renner has never ever been it. Yep, throughout their entire friendship, Jeremy Renner is the one person who has never been tagged. So knowing this is their last chance to tag Jeremy Renner before he retires and he holds this over their head for the rest of their lives, they know they have to take their chance. They know they have to get him this month or it's over. And getting into it right now, the 5 lead actors in this movie, they kill it with each other. They had really good chemistry. You could tell that this game of tag was something they were really passionate about. And above all, you really do see a clear friendship among them, which is obviously important because apparently these guys have been friends for over 30 years. If you didn't feel a chemistry, if you didn't feel a connection, if you didn't feel some kind of friendship there, then the movie's just gonna fall apart. But no, it's just the way they talk to each other, the way they joke around with each other, the way they talk to each other, the way they go about this game of tag with each other. It's exactly the way friends talk to each other. I was watching this movie and I was dying laughing because it's exactly how I talk to my friends. But even still, what I really appreciated in this movie was the level of heart it had. Because what I really appreciate this movie did is part of the reason they all come together once a month, every year, to play this game of tag is it's how they all stay connected with each other. It's how they've been able to maintain this friendship between the 5 of them for so long. Because obviously when you're kids, you're gonna see each other all the time. Life's not a big deal. Life doesn't matter. It's just all about your friends and playing. But then as you get older, as life gets harder, as you get married, as you have kids, as you find a job, it becomes a lot harder to maintain friendships. It becomes harder to see your friends as consistently as you may want to. It was something I began to understand more after I went to college and even after I graduated college, because my friends from back home, who I would see all the time, after that happened, after college, didn't really happen as much. I didn't get to see them as often as I'd like to. I mean, just the last weekend, I went out to dinner with a couple of my really good friends from elementary school, friends from my childhood, and we all, we sat down, we had dinner, we shot the shit with each other. We really caught up on old times, and it was awesome. But even that moment, the 3 of us, we were just talking to ourselves like, we really need to do this more often. We need to get together, like, even if it's just once a month, we need to do this as often as we can. So that's why I absolutely loved that this movie touched upon exactly why these guys play tag. It's so this friendship can stay alive. I want to touch into Jeremy Renner's character for a second too. You clearly do see right away that he's absurdly good at tag. What I really like is when the movie goes to Jeremy Renner's perspective, like, when the guys are coming after him and he has to avoid them. It takes kind of the route that the Sherlock Holmes movies did with Robert Downey Jr. When he was fighting someone, he would break down in his head exactly what he has to do to beat these guys. The same exact thing goes for Jeremy Renner. He's seeing things from his point of view. He's breaking it down exactly what he needs to do. It's like, oh, this guy's just foolishly gonna jump at me. I'm just gonna run this way. Oh, I'm gonna tie this guy's tie around his head and throw him over there. It is interesting though to see how far Jeremy Renner goes with avoiding being tagged. Like at one point the guys, they come to his house to try to find him, and then you see him on this video camera. It looks like he's in Ed Helms' home. He looks like he's gonna destroy his stuff. but then they go to Ed Helms' house, and his room is fine, and it turns out Jeremy Renner was just hiding in his basement the whole time, and he set up an exact replica of Ed Helms' room. Even later on, the guys, they try to chase him down in the forest, but he literally has all these guys dressed exactly like him, so, you know, he can have all these duplicates, all these, you know, decoys for them to go after, while the whole time just saying a bunch of booby traps for them to get locked up in. Part of me wants to sit there and be like, bruh, it's just a game, but at the same time, I knew if I was that smart and if I was that capable, I would probably do the same thing. Alright, I'm just jealous Jeremy Renner's that much of a badass when it comes to tag. There you go. I said it. I really liked Isla Fisher's character in this movie too. She plays Ed Helms' wife, and what's unique about her, what I really like about her, is she is absurdly supportive of him playing tag with his group of friends. What I found funny about her character though, is she's someone who's taking tag really seriously. She can't really get involved though, because they made the rule when they were kids, oh, no girls allowed, only the guys play tag. And she just gets super into it as these guys are playing. She's all like, oh, get him, attack him, pin him down, do what you gotta do, draw block. There was one scene in particular, the group of friends, they kidnap this guy who may know where Jeremy Renner is hiding, and they're preparing to waterboard him, but they're not actually gonna waterboard him, they're just trying to scam to get info. But Isla Fisher, she's prepared to actually go through with it. She's literally prepared to drown this motherfucker. And I'm just sitting there like, alright, it's really cool that you're supportive of your husband and him spending time with his friends in this game, but lady, literally calm your tits. Isla Fisher's just good at playing really crazy chicks. That is kind of what she's known for. But towards the end of the movie, it looks like the group finally has Jeremy Renner trapped. But then right here, his pregnant fiance shows up to yell at him, but it's at this point, she starts suffering really bad pain. It looks like she may be suffering a miscarriage. So Jeremy Renner, he comes out to help her, and Jake Johnson, he's thinking, guys, look, his fiance's having a miscarriage. He's right here out in the open. Let's tag him right here. And the guys are just like, dude, no, that's not right. We can't do that. Like, his fiance's having a miscarriage. Tagging him here would be morally wrong. So they agree to let him go. Then the day of the wedding comes, and it turns out his fiance faked being pregnant. She faked that miscarriage so Jeremy Renner could get away. And literally, the group of friends are all like, and I'm even sitting there like, oh, no, dude, really? No. Come on, that's not okay. Faking a miscarriage, that's too far. Ed Helms is literally so pissed about it that he goes so far to say, you know what, guys? I know earlier in the movie we agreed that we would not let tag interfere with the wedding, interfere with any of the plans, so we could go to it. But you know what? He crossed the line with faking a miscarriage. I'm gonna tag him as he's giving his vows to his fiance. So yeah, during the wedding, as the vows are going on, Ed Helms literally leaps out of his chair, runs down the altar, tries to tag Jeremy Renner, but he avoids it. But during the fall, it looks like Ed Helms has really hurt himself, so he gets transported to the hospital. So Jeremy Renner goes to see him at the hospital, and he's all like, wait a minute, what's really going on here? And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, what's really going on here? Because you can't help but think Ed Helms is now trying to pull a fast one on Jeremy Renner. But it's here, Ed Helms reveals to everyone, he's like, guys, Jeremy Renner's not retiring after this year. The truth is, I have a kidney in my liver that is starting to grow. It's gonna give me cancer, and there's a good chance I may not be around for next year. I wanted to be here. I wanted to get us all together so we could have one last game of tag together and try to bring down Jeremy Renner. It's a moment that was actually really surprisingly emotional. I was like, oh shit, damn. I'm feeling something here. And it's here, Ed Helms looks at Jeremy Renner, he's like, dude, I'm it. If you don't let me tag you right now, with the clock about to strike midnight and turn to June, then the game of tag, it dies with me. Let me tag you, man. So with that, Jeremy Renner's like, alright, dude, go ahead, tag me. Alright, love you, bro. Now let's go play tag some more. And then they play tag playfully throughout the rest of the movie as it ends. So all in all, tag was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Going into this movie, I was like, a group of grown men playing tag? Yeah, that sounds stupid. But no, the story itself was very interesting. It's definitely surprising that this actually happened. The cast in this movie had really good chemistry. The humor really worked well in this movie. There were definitely some moments that had me laughing a lot harder than I thought I would, just because I related to them, I connected with them. Just seeing the jokes they make to each other, the shit they talk to each other, I relate to it because it's what I do with my friends. The movie has a surprising level of emotion to it, not just the end with Ed Helms, but you know, the fact that they do this game together every year so this friendship can stay alive. It's very relatable and it's very touching. And in the end, I did not expect myself to connect with this movie as much as I would. And it's kind of got me thinking I should create a game with my friends so we can be friends 30 years from now. Because if I can't remain friends with my childhood friends for the next 30 years, well, that would just suck. So that's all I gotta say, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe. I will see you all next time.